Hi there, a very good morning to all of you, and welcome to my channel Simply Stocks. And today it's the day of the chart of the week. This is another segment that I'm starting from this week onwards. Hopefully, this goes well. So, today, as Thursday, I bring to you one chart, short term or slightly medium to long term. Every week, I'll bring to you, which could perform reasonably well over that period of time. So, let's get started. First of all, a disclaimer that this is not a stock recommendation. People taking any position to any share that I talk about should do that with their own due diligence and research. And I'm not in favor or against any company that I talk about. I'm not a member of NSC or BSC, and that I'm not an official portfolio advisor. All discussion that I do here are for educational purposes, and everything that I have learned over the last 11, 12 years I'm discussing with you all with respect to the markets and stocks. So before I talk about this company, here small request: can you support me on Patreon? Once you do that, help me grow the channel. Help you also ask me questions, seek out answers in greater detail. Once you get the $10 membership, you'll have access to my portfolio, my watch list, and number of podcasts from time to time. And also, you can pay $100 upfront. You get 1 year access by paying for 10 months. For detailed market talk, you can directly you can email me for that company or market talk. And also, if you cannot pay on Patreon, you can become a member on YouTube or become a member on WhatsApp as well by emailing me. WhatsApp membership is for a year. You get all the benefits of Patreon on WhatsApp as well. Now let me take you to the charts, and this is SML Isuzu. So what I'm going to talk about is SML Isuzu. I'm going to go briefly about the company a little bit and the results, and then we'll come to the charts because this is more a technical pick from my behalf, but the numbers have been pretty robust. So SML Isuzu, we are at the screen of website. 1020 is the price, 1400 crore is the market cap. It is a small cap company at the moment, and it shows that the ROC and ROEs is negative and there is no EPS, etc. This is because the company over a period of time hasn't performed well, in fact had gone into losses. But if you look at the chart from an outside, I mean over the last 1 year, look at the smooth momentum that the stock has had from around 500 600 levels. It did dip and it is now at 1000 levels, so we'll discuss about that in a bit. What does the company do? It was incorporated as Swaraj Vehicles Limited in 1983 and was promised by Punjab Tractors Limited. So this was the collaboration with Mazda Motor Corporation Japan. The company have different product portfolio. So if we just open this up, we'll come to know that they are more or less into buses, and buses for, you can say, buses for schools, etc. And when schools opened up, they had much better sales. So in FY22 truck segment, the company was able to increase its truck segment share from around 4% to 7%. This was pretty good. The bus segment, the company has overall market share of around 5% in the domestic bus segment, and a market share of 15 to 16% in the S1 to T bus segment, which is pretty strong. This is in the you can say in the school bus segment. So sale of vehicles is 90% of their you can say business. Sale of spare parts is 9%, others is 1%. Geographical split is that India contributes 92% of their revenues and 8% comes from overseas. So basically they make buses and trucks, and especially for the schools, and the numbers improved drastically post the pandemic for this company. If you look at it, in September 21 they had 200 crores of sales. In June and March, in June they had the worst. So June 21 they had around 100 crores of sales, etc. But look at from December onwards how things picked up. In December they did 250 crores of sales. If you see here, still made operating losses. In March, they did 340 crores of sales with a little bit of profit. In June of 22, they had 500 crores of sales. And then in September 22, they came out with 420 crores of sales and 5 crores of operating profit, versus September 21, where they did 260 crores of sales round about that, and around 5 crores of operating loss. And there is where things really started to turn big time. In December, the numbers were around 327 crores with 4.5% 5% margin in December 21, and this was around 250 crores. So the growth has been 30-35% from those times. And in fact, pre-pandemic also, if you look at it, they did 176 crores of sales, whereas this time around they did 327 crores. So it has improved drastically altogether. Quickly I'll come to the shareholding pattern, and if you look at it, 43-44% is with the promoters. FIIs hold around 17%. They have drastically increased over the last 6-8 months. In the stock, 16-17% from around 1 or 2%. DIIs currently hold not much, and you have a public shareholding of around 39%. So overall the company has been doing well. It's again back to the growth path, and exactly that is what being seen on the stock price as well. So if you look at SML Isuzu from a 3 months perspective, this is how the stock has performed. So it made a strong base around 700 and then broke out with heavy volumes from there. If you look at it here, with volumes around 480,000, and then next day they had volumes of closer to 800,000, 8 lakh shares traded with a high of 960. Now interesting part is, from this day of 5th April when it made a high of 960, currently the stock is around 1020. So if you get a chance to buy on a dip towards say 1000 levels, 990 levels, so very good levels to get into with a 5% stop loss, with this high that it made, which was around so this was 891, and the next day the high was around 958. So your stop loss could be 950. You buy around 1000, so that's a 5% stop loss. And we are looking at much higher target going forward in the next 6 months. So on a very short term basis, if you want to really look at it, say in a 1 month, on a 1 month basis, this was the heavy volume that we saw, and the stock went to 10,054, and from a high of say 1054 the stock has reversed and went to around 930 and now is coming back. So I, in my opinion, what you need to do is buy some here today, if somebody wants to trade, and probably buy more around 1000 levels, around 1000 if you can buy. And this is especially for those who trade a lot on a shorter term basis, not for somebody who wants to buy medium term. For medium term, I'll do discuss in a while as to what needs to be done. For somebody who wants to trade short term, say 1 to 2 months, then what they need to do is probably buy around here and around 1000 levels, 1020 to 1000 is where you keep on adding the stock. Your stop loss will be 950 and your target will be closer to 1180, 1200 over the next 2 months or so, 2 3 months time frame. 1150, 1180 is a possibility. So 15% upside and 5% downside is what I'm looking at. Now for somebody who wants to hold 6 months, I think this is a beautiful chart that is panning out. And I have a feeling that if you look at it here, this was huge volume, and this was around 16th of July when we had the stock go to 700, and exactly from there on in, once 700 got taken out, look at the way the stock has surged from 715 on 24th of March. Stock has given stellar returns from those levels. I have a feeling that if you can accumulate around 1000 levels, 1000 to 1020 on these levels with a slightly deeper stop loss of say 950, so your stop loss will be 700 rupees. 1020 to 950 will be sorry, 70 rupees, which will be 7%, around about 7% stop loss. I would say that once you see the stock go beyond these all these levels of if you look at it here, this was around October of 14. The high made was 1120. Once 1120 is taken out, we are looking at levels much more higher, closer to 1700. But what I'm looking at is around 1300 levels. 1300 is my target if you buy here with a deeper stop loss of 940, 950. So 7-8% stop loss and a 30% upside is very much possible in the stock. So there are two aspects. In the next 2 months, I feel that the stock could head towards 1150, 1180. One can buy with 4 5% stop loss. And another person who is looking to buy from a 6 months perspective can see some correction and consolidation, but the stock may head towards these levels 1300, 1350. If you can buy here with a 7 8% stop loss at 930, 935, I think we can look at levels closer to 1350 or so. Again, try to buy on a decline if it is possible, but once it surges from here, it could go up very quickly because the volumes are low, the number of shares are low because it's a small cap company. So kindly take that on note. Please do put strict stop losses. For somebody who's trading from a 6 months perspective, they should have a stop loss somewhere around here on this candle, which is around 935. As I said, 937 was the high of the candle. So long term, 6 to 8 months, traders should put a stop loss closer to 935, whereas somebody who's trading from a 2 3 months perspective should have a stop loss of 4 to 5%, no more than that. So this is a video on the chart of the week, which is SMLS Sutsu. Please like and subscribe my channel, hit the bell icon so you can get my video straight away when I post it, and kindly support me on Patreon. Thanks a lot for watching.